What's up, everybody? Danny's here, and we are back at it again with another video. But before we get into it, make sure to check out all the links in the description below. So, I've heard that the Nintendo Switch 2 games are one of the best games to experience. The Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games are one of the best Nintendo Switch 2 games to experience. Like, there's a lot of games that have been re-released on every video game console, like from Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam. But however, we're getting like newer Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games like Star Wars Outlaws, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and also Fortnite on the Switch 2. But as of right now, that we need to see a few Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games that we would like to see. So to roll with it, I would love to see Super Mario 3D All-Stars plus Super Mario Galaxy 2 Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, and plus Super Mario 3D All-Stars is on the Nintendo Switch, and I think they should do a re-release of that game for the Switch 2 for Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary. What I'm also noticing is that Nintendo would be able to add in like lots of great games, like Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. That game should definitely come to the Nintendo Switch 2, because I know the recent Nintendo Direct that they have not released it on the Switch 2. This was before the Switch 2 Direct. So I was thinking we could get Tomodachi Life as a Switch 2 edition for the second trailer on the next Nintendo Direct. So there's lots of great ways to experience the Nintendo Switch 2. It has become a popular console overall though, and it was getting way out of stock, unfortunately. So definitely I would be able to say that Nintendo would be able to work on lots of Switch 2 Edition games, but definitely they have released lots of great Switch 2 Edition games, but they are releasing a few that are upcoming pretty soon though, like Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, Pokemon Legends CA, and also Tomodachi Life Living the Dream, but we're hoping for a Switch 2 Edition. But there are other games that are released on the Switch 2, like Zelda Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Super Mario Party Jamboree, and Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And now there's lots of Switch 2 Edition games that are on the Switch 2, but keep in mind though, you can't play Switch 2 Edition games on the Nintendo Switch though, because Nintendo makes this little error message that this game isn't supported on the Nintendo Switch 1, it only supports on the Nintendo Switch 2. So definitely though, I have noticed that there are special edition games that you can play once you have a Switch 2 edition. I believe these were all like short DLC, but I think they are DLC though, kinda. And it did feature in Super Mario Party Jamboree and Kirby and the Forgotten Land. So definitely I would be able to say that there isn't much to do about it though. But there are lots of things that the Nintendo Switch 2 can do otherwise. More importantly though, I think Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games are a great way to experience like better graphics, better gameplay. That's what the Switch 2 has experienced with. But also, there's a lot in common now. That the Switch 2 Edition does also... It also has better graphics, better gameplay, and also makes the gameplay a little faster than the Switch 1 version. So honestly though, I think the Switch 2 version would run faster than the Switch 1. The Switch 1... Not Switch 1, that didn't sound right. The Switch 1 version, there we go, my bad. Sorry for the mix-up, almost forgot. But the Switch 2 version would run better than the Nintendo Switch 1 version. I mean, the Switch 1 version could run a little faster, just like the Switch 2. I mean, the Switch 1 version does run faster, but the Switch 2 version would run very faster at like 120 frames per second, honestly, though. So, anyways, let me know what is the next Nintendo Switch 2 Edition game you would like to see next. Let me know in the comments below. And I think that's going to wrap it up here for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you guys do, make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment and share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new to this channel. Make sure to hit that bell notification every time you get notified when I post a video. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Peace!